Please say your name.
I'm Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. As a result of the program that you just finished in relationship education, can you tell us what result you had as a benefit to your life?
It opened up my mind and eyes to me and the way that I am. And I never really knew who I was. Yeah.
So it gave you a self-awareness.
Yes. We always go through life in the now instead of knowing who we really are. Unless, of course, you're the lucky few. But obviously I'm not, but I am now.
Mm-hmm. So it gave you a sense that now you're part of the lucky few.
Yeah.
That most of us don't ever get to just be a part of. And now you feel that, okay, now I have a self-awareness. Not only do I know what my present is, but I know where I'm coming from.
Exactly. You know, we just go through life like just flowing, you know, and it's amazing. You think you know yourself until you really, like I took this class and I didn't know myself for nothing. Okay, and it's sort of wonderful.
It is, you know, it's pretty amazing when you're able to see that there's answers to the behaviors that we have. And it is wonderful to understand, okay, you know, maybe I didn't make the right choices, but here's why. And if I didn't do it here, then now I can take a different direction because I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about the size of it.
Perfect. Now, you've learned a lot of skills in this program. What skill have you applied as a result of this program into your life that is being successful or powerful for you?
Well, I'm starting to know what I want. You know, it's always been what other people want. You know, and now I'm putting what I want out there. I'm starting a new life, and I want it all. I just want it all, you know, and the only way I'm going to do that is to know myself, and for some reason, the big one upstairs has brought this class to me at the right time of my life, okay, and it's just a wonderful thing.
You know, it's amazing when we look at life and we, you know, there's people that tend to be people pleaser. So you tend to, somebody says you should do this, so you go and do that, and then you should do that, and you go and do that. But that may not be our natural gifts when we're trying to please everybody. But when we have that self-awareness, then we have that moment of, oh, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm natural. So was there something that was like an aha moment for you?
I would have to say learning what my patterns were. I never knew I had patterns.
Isn't that amazing?
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And it's not really good patterns either. So I need to stop the cycle, you know? And, yeah, it's amazing when you make discoveries about yourself and now you can do something about it. You know, you go through life without really knowing yourself, and when you discover yourself, it's a wow moment.
It's a very empowering self-awareness thing to be able to know this is who I am and these are the patterns that I have. You know, you're trying to get from point A to point B, but there's a bunch of bumps on the road. You may just opt to take a different route to get to point that, you know, from point A to point B. But most of us don't come aware, you know, with the self-awareness that we have those bumps in the road.
Yeah, so. And that's exactly what your class does. It's self-awareness all the way, you know. I recommend it for everyone because it's just a good thing to know.
I agree.
You know, you live your life, you might as well know about you.
Yes, I agree. That's a great statement. Now, if you were to say there was a problem that you were, or an issue or a challenge that you were experiencing before taking relationship education, what would that be, and how did relationship education help you with it?
Well, my problems, my patterns, the ones that I discovered, and yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to get out of those patterns. You know, it just the boundaries and just the wants and don't wants in my life. You know,
the deal breakers and deal makers.
Yes, you know, it's all connected, and it's just learning. And I think this program isn't long enough. You know, I think it should be a little longer. You know, like maybe one chapter each week. You know, or something like that, because this is a really hard program to take. It's probably the hardest program I've ever taken because it's about yourself. And
well, the good news about
I'm
that is
looking forward to taking it again.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's good to take the good thing about taking it the way that we do it, which is an accelerated version of it, is that we're able to get a glimpse of us, and then we come back and we do it again, and now we have the foundation of already knowing a glimpse of us, already having a self-awareness. So now, like I was saying earlier, we have the ability that now we know what our patterns are. So now we begin to make those changes as to, okay, if this is my pattern and these are my deal breakers and deal makers, how am I not applying one to the other? So it is a powerful thing to take it not only once but 2 or 3 or however many times is necessary, because you will learn every time.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Great, thank you. Now, if you were, well, let me rephrase that. If you were to recommend this program, would you recommend this program?
I highly recommend it for anybody, because we are all people, and I keep saying it, we never know ourselves until we force ourselves to get to know us, and to do the workbook. You know, it's a hard thing to do because you've got hang-ups, and it's really deep, but once you do it, your fingers just start flowing, and you don't even realize that you're doing it, and before long you read it and you go, wow, you know, and you go back to it and you read, I wrote that, and you know, it's just nice.
You know, and that is something to be said. Dr. Wiley, the author of the program, she does something that even though many of us have done many different workshops and a lot of letter writing to our fathers or whoever that might be, she does it in such a creative way that is just, you know, you begin to write and you're like, oh, this is not going to matter, but it does, you know, and it gets you in that mode. And she does have this sense of bringing everything together, and even though at the beginning it's very draining almost, at the end, the benefits are just amazing. Would you say?
I have to concur.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, is there anything else that you would like to add? For someone who is not sure about relationship education or how this might benefit them?
The benefit, everybody, is you learn yourself, and it isn't bad to have a good teacher.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. We appreciate you too.
Thank you.